Okay, this is a review for your test tomorrow over sections 11.1 through 11.3. All right, now this very closely mirrors your review sheets that were your homework last night. So I want you to have them out. There are a few things on the PowerPoint that are not on your review sheet and vice versa. We'll count that as completion on your review sheet. Okay, so if I skip it, don't worry, it's completion. If you did it, then that's fine. And then what I'm showing you on the slide is more of what you would see on your test tomorrow, okay? So everything here in this PowerPoint would prepare you for your test tomorrow. All right. Here we go. Here's our terms. A transformation changes a figure into another figure. The new figure is called an image. Translations slide but do not turn. If they said shift, that would be fine as well. These are 2 points per blank. Then you have rotations, turn, do not change size, and then you have your codes. Okay, you have all your codes. All right, so check those. Okay, so reflections flip, rotations turn, translations slide, image, figure, okay? All right, those are some of those key words that you need to know. All right, ready? Okay, now this next slide is not exactly how you see it on your review sheet. Just did you answer the translations and reflections questions? And let's talk about each one of these. Okay, so we have this set. We have this set. Okay, we have the smiley face set and the hearts. All right, now we have to think about our rules for translations. Let's start with translations. Are any of these sets of figures a translation? Are any of them? Which number? 1. Number 1. Any others?
No.
Okay. No. Why is 4 not a translation?
Because it turned.
Because it turned. Okay. It can only slide. All right. Are any of these a reflection?
Yes.
Yes. Which one? All right, so 2 is a reflection. So if I were to give you one that looks like number 4 on your test tomorrow, it's actually neither. Technically, it's a rotation, but it's not one of our degrees of rotations because that's more or less a 45-degree rotation, and we only rotate in 90-degree increments, 90, 180, and 270. So it's just neither, okay? So on this section on your test, I'm only asking, is it a translation or a reflection, okay? So I just wanted to show you some where it would be neither. Number 3 is also neither. It actually is a dilation. It's a dilation, which is what we're going to learn on Thursday, okay? So those are just figures, sets of figures that we can identify on our test, okay? All right, now this was on your review sheet. Translations, 2 units right and 3 units up. If I'm going right, am I adding to X or subtracting? If I'm going right, I'm adding. If I'm going up, am I adding to Y or subtracting? Adding. So did you write these 3 ordered pairs for A, B, and C? Okay. Did you get those 3 ordered pairs?
Yes.
All right. Now, real quick, okay, I know this isn't part of the actual review question, but I have a lot of confusion about how to graph this point right here, 0, 1, okay? Where would I go on my XY to plot the point 0, 1? I had a very large number of students miss this on the quiz. Kennedy?
You go, for 0, you go like right in the middle.
And then you go
up 1.
Very good. Okay, so it is not here. Okay? That's 1, 0. It's 0, up 1. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys that and get it on the video because so many people missed it on the quiz. All right, so now let's go back and let's plot our 3 ordered pairs that were the originals, okay? And a solid line connects them. Does yours look similar?
Yes.
Okay. And now let's do our image Did you use a dotted line?
Yep.
Okay, and remember, it's the same size. It doesn't change size. It's just shifting. All right, and we're showing that on the graph. All right, so that was your translation. Now let's do reflection. And for the reflection, remember I changed it to the x-axis so it would look better on the graph. So for m prime, it's going to be -2, -1, 0, -3, and 2, -2. I don't know where my negative went. Sorry, hold on. Okay, so now here's my original triangle. Does yours look like that?
Yep.
Okay, and then when I flip it across the x-axis, my new one looks like this. Okay, does yours look like that? All right, that is a flip. That's a flip. Okay, all right, so there's your reflection. Remember, guys, when you reflect in the x-axis, you do the opposite of y. Do the opposite of y. All right, so now let's go over to our rotations. Here's where the code can really help me. I know on the first ordered pair that a flip has happened. Okay, so now I just need to figure out which direction. Is it clockwise, counterclockwise, and sorry, and how many degrees? Okay, so on the first one, I flipped it and did the opposite of which value?
I need X.
Flipped it and did the opposite of y, so that is 270.
Clockwise.
Wait,
Counter.
no, that should be clockwise. Sorry about that. Yes, 270 clockwise and 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay. All right, what about the next one?
180 degrees.
180. It does not matter the direction. Okay, you don't even have to say the direction for 180. All right, what about the last one?
Clockwise, 270 clockwise.
Yes, 90 clockwise. And then 270 counterclockwise, and you are allowed to abbreviate. Okay, sorry, my W got cut off. And those are your rotations. Okay, the code will be given to you on the test tomorrow. Okay, so that's it for rotations. Now let's do our sets of ordered pairs for the rotations. If I'm going 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin, that means I flip them and do the opposite of what? If I'm going 90 degrees counterclockwise, I flip them and do the opposite of y. So now it becomes 2, -2. Say them with me. 1, 4, 3, 4, 4, 2. Okay, very good. Who got that right? Just curious. Okay. All right, next one, 180. So 180, we're like, yes, okay, we got this because we're actually not changing the order. We only make the sign opposite what it was in the original. So if the original is 4, 3, now it's
-3.
very good. Let's say B. -4, 3. C? -2. D? 3, 2. Awesome. Okay, so those are my rotations. Now, there was a little bit of confusion on the more than one rotation, transformation question, which was number 15 on your quiz. So let's go over that one. The first thing I'm asked to do is to reflect it in the y-axis. So if I reflect in the y-axis, I do the opposite of what? X. So it's J, 4, -4. K, 3, 4, because I do the opposite of X, but I leave my Y the same. L, 1, 1. M,
4, 1.
now you use this set of ordered pairs to rotate. Okay? So do not go back to the original set. All right? So for some of you, that's where you messed up on 15. That's an easy fix now that you know. Guys, that's why it says reflect, then rotate, because this is basically these ordered pairs are changing twice to get to the final destination. So use those ordered pairs now to rotate. 90 degrees counterclockwise, I flip that ordered pair and do the opposite of what? Y. So now it becomes 4, 4. Okay? So, because I flip it and do the opposite of Y. So what would K be now that we've got that cleared up?
-4, 3.
-4, 3. What would L be? You can
-1,
fix it.
1.
You can fix it on your review sheets. -1, 1. And what would M be?
-1, 4.
-1, 4. Okay? So that's what that answer would be on your review sheet. Okay. It just came up that this is opposite. It says clockwise on your review sheet.
Yes.
I seriously have no idea what happened. Okay, so here's what I did. I made your PowerPoint and I literally copied it to your review sheet. So I don't understand how it's different, and I apologize for that. Okay, so does it make sense the way I'm showing you here on the screen? Okay, so just count it completion on your review sheets. All right, the way that I'm showing you here on the screen. Okay, hopefully that's not causing confusion, but if I'm going counterclockwise, I flip 90 degrees. I flip and do the opposite of Y. Okay, here on the screen. On your paper, you probably did something different if you were supposed to go clockwise. Okay, so just kind of follow what I'm saying on the slide, not necessarily the review sheet. Okay, sorry about that, goodness. Okay, this is not on your review sheet as far as I know, but it is going to be, it was on your quiz and it will be on your test. How could I describe this translation? How could I describe this translation? Can somebody just describe it to me? Tell me X. Tell me X. Isaiah, what is X?
You go 6 units up.
For X. 6 units to the...
Oh, right.
Yes, very good. 6 units to the right. Gabe, what is Y?
Y, 6 units down.
Yes, very good. 6 units down. And if you say units, that's even better, okay? But the absolute minimum is to say 6 right, 6 down. Now, what is the line of reflection in the next set of ordered pairs? What is the line of reflection? Xavier?
Y-axis.
Why would he say the y-axis? He is correct. Zach?
Because the X changed.
Yes, because the x is opposite, so I know if they did the opposite of x that y was reflected. Please say y-axis, don't just say y. Okay? So y-axis would be the full answer.
Is it okay if we put Y reflected?
I would prefer the word axis. Okay, so just put that in there. Okay? All right, on your review section tomorrow, I'm going to give you a scenario. We've used a school scenario quite a bit. So if I was talking about, a survey that was done at a school, what would be an example of the population if I were to do a survey at a school? What would be the population?
Person that walks in the door.
Okay, not necessarily the actual survey, but the population would be all the kids in the school. Okay? Now, what would be an example of a sample within a school?
History class.
Okay, history class, math class, 3rd grade, 6th grade.
12th grade.
Okay? Now, there is a such thing as a biased or an unbiased sample. Okay? So someone give me an example of a biased sample that you would take in a school. Let's say if you want to know how many students in the school prefer math, that math is their favorite, what would be a biased way to collect that sample? Morgan?
Asking every person like in an honors math class.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's actually the example I gave last class. Well, if you want to know the opinion of the whole school, are you going to ask only the honors math kids? No, that would be biased. What would be an unbiased way to figure out how many students in the school prefer math as their favorite subject? What do you think, Isaiah?
Yes, every 5th person that entered the cafeteria.
Yeah, exactly. Just somewhere all the students are gathering and it's just random. It's just random. Now, could there be more than one cafeteria?
Yeah.
Go to elementary, go to high school, whatnot, okay? All right, so let's talk about IQR. What does IQR stand for?
Oh, it's an interquartile
Yeah,
range.
you got to spell it right. Yeah, you got to spell it right, okay? All right, so interquartile range. Y'all want me to spell it here? Okay. Yes, interquartile.
T-I-L-E.
Okay, and if you spell interquartile right, you better spell range right. Okay. Okay, guys, quiet. To tell whether there is a significant difference, what would you do? So here we have Team A and Team B. How do I know if there's a significant difference here? You need to be able to explain and show your work on your test. Zach, what do you think?
Like where like the end, like the one team's highest and like the one team's low. If that is double the highest IQR, then it's a significant.
Okay, right on. Okay, so 40 minus 20, here's what you would show on your test. 40 minus 20 equals 20, which is a difference in the medians. Okay, you can abbreviate difference in the medians. All right, now, so if there's a 20 difference in the medians,
Yes.
it needs to be double the highest IQR, and the IQR is what?
10.
So because the IQR is 10, I would say yes, there is a significant difference because 20 is double 10. Okay? And that's the work that I would be looking for on your test tomorrow. All right? If you understand that, that's everything you need to know for your test tomorrow.